entertainmentbuddha.com.
Hey there VR game fans, Matt Haywood here with a review of Ancient Amulator, a new tower defense game for the PSVR where you are the tower. Obviously, the unique aspects of this tower defense game is that you, the player, become the tower in a virtual world by taking on one of 4 available heroes, all of which have different powers to take on the hordes of enemies trying to destroy the crystals you must protect on a map. The available heroes are an archer, a gunner, a mage, and a puppeteer, and each one has 2 attacks that are very different from each other. The archer shoots her bow, so you must mimic a bow and arrow setup with the PlayStation Move controllers. The gunner has 2 handheld shotguns, so you use both Move controllers to simulate shooting and aiming. The mage has a book in one hand represented by a Move controller and a wand in the other represented by the other Move controller. Finally, the puppeteer can throw a puppet onto the map, which then takes its inputs from your own moves using both Move controllers. I found each character to feel unique while using them due to how the Move controllers must be used to pull off their attacks. The archer felt very authentic to use, and the 2 Move controllers mimicked a bow and arrow better than I thought. The gunner also makes you feel like you're actually wielding dueling shotguns, and the mage definitely awakens your inner Harry Potter. The puppeteer can be the most fun thanks to the fact that his puppet mimics your every move in the real world, so I found myself getting very animated while using this character. It appears that 2 other characters are planned to release at some point, as there are 2 place markers for them in-game, but they were not available for me to use. The gameplay itself follows the tower defense mantra to a T. You being the lone tower can teleport to various pads around the map to take on the flow of enemies that come from predetermined locations. Once you're on a pad, you can then begin attacking enemies. Each character has a standard attack as well as a special attack, which is earned by killing enemies over time. The special attacks are pretty devastating and come in handy when you find yourself overwhelmed with enemy forces banging on one of your crystals. Personally, I found the Archer special to be the most devastating because it allowed you to queue up multiple enemies to be insta-killed in one shot, and worked great for clearing the map of pests. In addition to playing alone, you can also play with up to 3 other players online. Ancient Amuletors is definitely more fun with other live players, but it is also enjoyable to play solo as well, which you will probably have to do unless your friends buy the game as well, because during my testing, finding a match to join was impossible, but that is more than likely due to it not being publicly released. Ancient Amuletors does a great job at bringing the tower defense genre to a virtual world, but it does suffer from a lack of content. At launch, it only has 4 total maps to play, which is pretty weak in my opinion. These are supposedly a few more coming, but who knows if they'll cost money as DLC or when they'll release. I would have liked more maps and more of a campaign overall to play through like other tower defense games have provided. The game shows great potential, and even has 2 boss fights, which were a blast to play, but there just isn't enough content to keep you playing for more than a few hours. It's a shame because I think Ancient Amuletors could be a very thrilling VR experience, but in its launch state there isn't much to do after you drop an hour or 2 into the game. For this reason alone, Ancient Amuletors is just a 6.5 out of 10 type of game. It looks great for a VR game, plays well, but it just lacks content to warrant a purchase at this time. Thanks for watching. Matt Haywood here, signing off for entertainmentbuddha.com, where we make you a better geek one post at a time.
entertainmentbuddha.com